And we're back with College Profits. Second segment that we're going to touch on. Definitely some schools making a big splash. You know, March Madness is here. It is upon us. If you haven't filled out your brackets already, you're cheating. Trying to wait till the last minute and maybe scratch some pencil some marks in there to cover up some mistakes that you made.
Use erasers, y'all. Use erasers.
Or just fill out 3 at once, which is what I do, and flip a coin. But I think there are a few schools that are standout. Some guys that we're going to see in second, third round matchups. Some interesting teams. Miami, Michigan. What else do you think?
Gotta like Duke, you know what I'm saying? They've been struggling a little bit.
Yes.
I like the pieces.
Definitely.
Love the coach.
They're one of those teams that you perennially see every year. People just kind of pencil in Duke, depending on who their matchups are, first round, second round, especially if they're not playing a real strong athletic team. I think more so this year it's going to be about matchups.
That's all basketball is. Basketball is a matchup-driven sport. I mean, you can come in hot, but if you catch the wrong matchup,
Tough.
It just doesn't matter.
It's basically what you're going to see here this year, I feel like, is open gym. 5-on-5, who has the best athletes, who has guys who can rebound and make plays. I like Indiana's team. I feel as though they don't necessarily play defense as well, but you got a guy who's NBA ready, Victor Oladipo. He's a baller, as some may say. I like Trey Bird, Michigan. They've got some NBA pedigree guys, and Patrick Young. Definitely. I mean, you can pretty much pencil in a team from the Big Ten to be there in the Final Four. I can't really narrow down who's going to be, but I definitely think that we're going to see one of those guys there.
What do you think? What would you say about Gonzaga? They're for what it matters, they're the number 1 team in the polling coming into the tournament. Do you think they will make a run?
Honestly, I would be hesitant at first to maybe say, okay, I can pencil Gonzaga into like Sweet 16, Elite 8. But I feel as though that they've played enough tough games. They've played some close games in their conference. Of course, there's no Big Ten, maybe not even an ACC, but I think they're okay. I think they're battle tested. They have a lot of seniors, which seems to be the recipe for making a decent run.
Definitely. Playing those games, those high pressure games in the tournament, gotta have the senior leadership, or you have to have really, really, really good freshmen.
Right. Right. Well, most of every year. That's another team that we wanted to touch on who haven't been doing as well. So,
one would think it's just tough. You just bring in a brand new, bunch of freshmen in every year, and you can just make that work.
But that's what happens. Eventually, it's a roller coaster. Sometimes they're up high, and eventually it comes back around.
Yeah, this is a valley.
Right. Hopefully you haven't reached the valley yet, and we'll be back for our next segment.